Hello, blissful beings. It's Barbara Badalati here, and I am coming from my yoga teacher training that I'm doing in Seattle, and I put up a lot of resistance and excuses about coming to this, and I wanted to be able to share this with you because, and I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're doing what makes you happy. That was one of my last Facebook Lives, was do more of what makes you happy. Hi, Cheryl. That baby is so darling. Cheryl's a new grandmother. So I have been coming to this yoga center for about a year almost. And hi, Brenda. And it was because of Jessie Soul Gleason Rodriguez that is one of the reasons I'm here, because she came to visit me in Seattle a few years ago, and we were looking for a yoga center, and I have taken Kundalini classes before and didn't really resonate. And so, hi Nanki, tell me how you're doing sometime. And so I had a really profound experience after that yoga class, and it was like, oh, you know what, it's really close to home, I'm really feeling a shift in my energy, I'm going to keep coming to this class. So I've been coming regularly for about 8 months, and Guru Siddha, who studied with Yogi Banja, who came from India, I mean, we're talking masters. And there's so much wisdom and there's so much knowledge of thousands and thousands of years of how to navigate our lives, and especially this particular time in our lives. And so he and another master teacher who studied with Yogi Banja, who's Guru Singh, they had this workshop, this teacher training this weekend and last weekend, and last month and the month before. And it's called Vitality and Stress. And how do we deal with crisis? Because Yogi Banja said, we're going to have crisis until we're in our coffin. And so how are you going to deal with it? Especially the times that we're in now, which are even more stressful and will continue to be more stressful. In fact, what you and I process in a month, all the information, not just that we're aware of consciously, but all the things that are happening subconsciously, we process more in a month than our grandparents did in their whole entire lifetime. So we are bombarded with so much stress, and we don't always know the best way to navigate it. So they're doing this teacher training. It's called Vitality and Stress. And I go to class 2 months ago, or 3 months ago, and Guru Siddha says, are you going to come to the level 2 teacher training? And I'm like, oh, you know what, I haven't done level 1 in this particular style of yoga, so no, I can't. Next week, are you going to come to level 2? He said, level 1, doesn't matter if you've taken it or not, are you going to come to level 2? And I thought, he's actually asking me? No, actually the first weekend that the training is, I'll be at a wedding in Malibu, so I can't take it. And this continued on. Week after week, he would invite me, and then he would say, well, we're streaming the class, so you can watch it online. So there's always a reason or a way to get around it. So ask yourself, what's going on? What's showing up? What is the universe, God, life itself showing you, inviting you, offering something up? And you might be making excuses or not really looking at it being possible and not getting caught up with how it can be possible. So that's the first thing I want you to consider. Is there anything that you're creating, an excuse, an obstacle, a reason for not doing something that God, the universe, whatever you want to call that, is or life is showing you, is giving you an opportunity to do something, to experience something? So finally, I received the newsletter, and I thought, you know what? When somebody asks you to step into something like this, to come to a teacher training that would provide you wisdom to navigate these difficult times, being a teacher that you are, somebody who is very conscious about living spiritually and consciously and in the best that I can every single day, is not taking advantage of this, because it really wasn't about the money, because I'm super prosperous. So, but that can be an excuse for some of us, right? We can't afford it, we don't have time, we're busy, we got other things going on. And so I would ask you just to really consider if there's something that's showing up and you're finding an excuse because I said yes. I looked at this and I thought, I'm being invited to do something that could really support me in my life and make me a better person, as well as maybe help other people, or at least be able to navigate this crazy times we're living in that are probably going to get crazier. I hate to give you that little secret, but it's probably going to get crazier. So I've been the first weekend I couldn't come because I was in California, but the last several that I've been to are so profound. And isn't it interesting? Sometimes we think we know it all, and we don't always know it all. And so I had a potential client that had contacted me, and she's been sitting on doing something with her business for almost 10 years. 10 years. And so one of the things I learned in this yoga teacher training is that our purpose is coming from the base chakra. And it's almost like when you sit in an Indian style and your legs are in that infinity sign, that Mobius, that is your purpose. That's a really deep reason why you were born and you're here on earth. And then it moves up into the spine. The second chakra is all about your creativity. And so it moves up into that. And then your gut, your intuition, and then your heart. And then it continues on. And so your purpose, you have a purpose. And no other time, no other person has this purpose. And it's deep. And if you don't act, if you don't create an immediate action and start to move that energy up into how is it going to show up, how are you going to create this purpose into something that's actually going to serve the world in whatever way that is. I mean, it could be just being really kind that day. It could be being a parent. It could be in your profession. It doesn't really matter. So when I was talking to this client, I'm going to say client because I think that she's definitely going to be a client. She needs to be a client so that I can help guide her into that next step, because she works a lot with body work and women's pelvic issues. And I'm thinking, well, there's the second chakra, right? There is no other way. I'm kind of getting off the tangent here, but there's no other way that God can exist or continue on without a woman having babies. Like that whole second chakra, that whole pelvic area, that whole creative process is so that life can continue to be experienced and evolve. It's really powerful. So we were talking and I just thought, wow. And I said to her, you're meant to do this, and all of you are meant to do this. I've been talking to several different clients, and so because I'm working with entrepreneurs in their business, and I really want to empower them with everything they need, from the marketing to the business strategy, the mindset, all of the energy that needs to happen so that they can continue to be fueled and be able to provide their purpose and let it be out into the world to serve. Otherwise, it just sits there. It doesn't really have, it's not really moving. And so yeah, I've been talking to several different people, and I was thinking also about, in my health education, there was the Prochaska stages of change. I'm sure that you're aware of this because it came out like 20 years ago. But it talks, Prochaska and his team of scientists realized that we all have a contemplation. We think about things. We wonder how we would express that purpose or whatever. Or we're inspired by something and we think about what we want to do with that, such as a lot of people with their businesses or their lives. They're thinking about, what do I want to do next? Or how can I be of service? Or how do I make money from this? Or whatever it is. And so taking that, we then move into, from contemplation into preparation. all the things, like somebody contacting me and saying, I need a coach, I need a business coach. I've learned my nutritional certification, I'm a health coach now, or I've gotten my yoga certification, but I don't know what to do to make it a livelihood. And so that next step is preparation, finding out what you need to do to take that contemplation, to take that purpose, and to bring it into the next step. And so there's things to prepare. I have clients that are doing vision boards and putting Post-it notes on their walls when ideas come to them. There's all kinds of things that you're doing in preparation. And then there's action. And I would say that is probably the most important thing I want to express to you today. Take action. Because if I didn't take action and say, yes, I'm going to sign up for this yoga teacher training, I'm going to pay my money, I'm going to clear my schedule as much as possible, and I'm going to be completely present, I wouldn't have had this experience. And I cannot wait to tell you all the things that I'm learning. Really, really cool things that you're going to be able to take and also be able to navigate the crazy times, or be able to manifest your purpose and your creative expression of who you are, unlike anybody else in the whole entire world. So I just want to give you all of that. Of course, if you're in business, if you're an entrepreneur, solopreneur, blissfulbusinessmentorship.com, I've got all kinds of resources, from the business checklist to the training videos to online courses to working with me. So that is all there. And I would say, if this is resonating with you, go to that website, blissfulbusinessmentorship.com, and take action. And if there's anything else that's showing up, just like I'm showing up right now, if there's anything else that's showing up, like Sada came to me and said, please come, please come, please come. He was showing up and I was there. And because of that, hey Mary, because of that, I took action. And because of that action, so other things are just starting to roll. And that's, I think, also how we stay vital and vibrant, is because we're moving into action. And we don't let the action drain us. We let the action of what we're doing, based on purpose, root chakra, creative, inspirational, second chakra, into the will, into you getting up and making something with your life. Because we need you, like the world needs you. I don't care if you're making hair beautiful or whatever you're doing. The world needs you. It needs you. That's the only way we're going to survive these crazy times. So take action into being more of who you are meant to be, and don't just keep sitting back. In fact, now, because things are moving even faster and faster, it's even more vital for you to take action. And the way you're going to also be able to tap into what action to take is by strengthening your intuitive muscle. So every day, for at least a few minutes, or throughout the day, just kind of check in with yourself. Take a breath. What's my prayer? What's my purpose? How can I be guided? And then listen. Be still enough to listen. And then once you get that divine inspiration, once you get that guidance, you'll know it because you'll feel it. We were given a wonderful, that was another, like a tool, a piece of equipment to help us to navigate this. Once you feel that, you'll know. And the more you strengthen that intuitive muscle, and the more you take a moment to be silent and pray and go within, the more you're going to be able to take correct action, divine action. And really, truly, whatever action you take is still going to be right. It's not a right or wrong. It's a matter of doing it, of taking action, so you can continue to move your life forward. Got it? Okay. So let's do that. Just take a breath. Exhale out. And if you can close your eyes, great. I'm going to keep my eyes open. And this breath, I want you to breathe into your prayer. Whatever your prayer is for you to be on purpose, to live your life the way that it's meant to be lived. And then exhale out that prayer. Breathe it out through your lips. And this time, take another breath in and let your lungs hug your heart. Hold it for just a second. And then exhale again out through your lips. so that that prayer goes out and allows you to take action. All right. So I'm here for you, blissfulbusinessmentorship.com, or private message me. Have a beautiful day. Be on purpose. Listen to your intuition. Take action. Much love.